DJ Dagger, staff writer with alldaydrip.com, your source for the hottest in hip-hop and celebrity news. I want to thank you for joining us today here, okay? What we have is an update on the Michael Irvin sexual assault situation, or at least inappropriate sexual behavior situation that took place on February 5th, to be specific, February 5th, the evening of February 5th, during the Super Bowl weekend at a hotel in Arizona called the Renaissance Phoenix Downtown Hotel. It's owned by Marriott. In recent days, the attorney, Levi McCathern from Texas, for Michael Irvin has released a new videotape. They had to fight to get it out of the Marriott Corporation, but it is a security surveillance tape of the evening where he encountered his young female accuser that worked for the hotel that evening. So I want you to check the video out, and we'll have some comments on the other side. See you then.
They have friendly interaction. The body language is good. And they're just talking. In fact, if you see, he keeps more space from him than he does when he's talking to any male at any point in the bar. Some of y'all probably wish you keep more space when he talk to you. That's pacing, hitting his hands. He's upset over there on the left with whatever's happening. The guy in the gray up top, that's the security guard that's wandering around. He'll circle around many times around Michael and her. Pause it 1 second. But we've been going for a while. They're having a lot of conversation. As Marriott released in their statement, they said basically, he said one word to her, an offensive, vulgar thing that he did not say, and it's clear from the video and from these witnesses. But they have a very lengthy conversation, and no one's trying to tell us what that is. Go ahead. That's where she tells some kind of joke, I believe, to him. You see him kind of bend over. She's shaking her head back and forth like that. He walked in closer to her. She didn't back up at all. Now they're shaking hands. Now I want you to watch the end interaction here. Because she's going to kind of, when the people come up, she'll kick her leg. As she walks off, she's still talking to Michael over the shoulder. All friendly. There you go. Kicks her leg. And see right here, she's going to look back over her shoulder and think it was Michael. Now pause it. Pause it. Okay. They claim he was leering at her. When he looks back at the bar, she's way gone.
All right, so you see what happened, at least on a security video. There's no sound to it. That's very important, but there's no sound to it. But what you see is Michael Irvin. This is a former three-time Super Bowl champion, former Dallas Cowboy superstar. He walked into the hotel that night. It's about 11 o'clock, he says, and you could see that he was a little shaky, but you know, he never lost his footing. He previously admitted when it happened that he had been out drinking, and he did tell everybody that, told the reporters that and the investigators that. He engaged the young lady for what would be kind of a long conversation, about 2 minutes in the circumstance he was in, just kind of late at night heading to his room. And it seemed unremarkable just looking at the video, all right? The Marriott Corporation has kind of characterized circumstances of him being aggressive and drunk and things like this, but it didn't seem aggressive there. And maybe it's the videotape from a distance, but he seemed like he had a good distance from the young lady. But he did touch her twice, and he did shake her hand at some point during the video. First touch on the elbow seemed brief to us, and the second touch seemed to be even shorter, in the middle of what seemed like a joke between the two. Not sure who told it. Again, there's no sound. But he did touch her. And what the Marriott Corporation says is the employee told them that he said something really rude.